Students, in this presentation, I'm going to talk about a few scientists who have done a significant contribution to the field of microbiology and in turn got one of the highest awards that a scientist could ask for, that is Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize is awarded for contributions that have conferred the greatest benefit to humankind, and it is given in 5 areas, that is physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. And some of the scientists who got Nobel Prize in the field of physiology or medicine have actually done work in the subject microbiology. And this award has been given from the year 1901 till date. But we are going to see only those scientists who got the Nobel Prize from 1990 till date in the field of microbiology. This award is presented by Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute for Physiology or Medicine. And the scientists who get this award usually get a gold medal, a diploma, and also a monetary award. So with this small introduction, I would like to talk about those scientists who got Nobel Prize by working in the field of microbiology. In 1990, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded jointly to Joseph E. Murray and E. Donald Thomas for their discoveries concerning organ and cell transplantation in the treatment of human diseases. The person to your left is Joseph E. Murray and to your right is E. Donald Thomas. Murray successfully transplanted a kidney between homozygous twins for the first time. He pioneered transplantation of kidneys obtained from dead persons and could show that patients with severe kidney failure could be cured. The field was then open for transplantation of other organs such as liver, pancreas, and heart. Thomas was successful in transplanting bone marrow cells from one individual to another. Bone marrow transplantation can cure severe inherited disorders such as thalassemia and disorders of the immune system as well as leukemia. Students, you could ask me, what is it to do with microbiology? See, there are two subjects which are always talked together. One is immunology and the other one is medical microbiology. These scientists have done a significant contribution to immunology field, so you can consider them as people who have done work in the field of microbiology. In 1996, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded jointly to Peter C. Doherty and Rolf M. Zinkernagel. We usually call them as Doherty and Zinkernagel, for their discoveries concerning the specificity of the cell-mediated immune defense. Again, something connected with immunology, but while working, they were working in Canberra, Australia, and while working, they explained the cell-mediated immune response in relation to a viral infection. So, what they were doing was, they showed that when a virus infects a mice, white blood cells, and in that there is one particular group called lymphocytes, must recognize both the virus and also certain self molecules in our body. These self molecules, which we now call as major histocompatibility antigens, should be recognized in order to kill the virus infected cells. This principle of simultaneous recognition of both self molecules and foreign molecules has since then laid the foundation for further understanding the specificity of the cellular immune system. So, simply speaking, to explain the cell-mediated immune response in our body, they worked with a virus-infected cell, and then they showed that how our body kills the virus-infected cell using the self molecules. The Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1997 was awarded to Stanley B. Prusiner for his discovery of prions, a new biological principle of infection. Stanley Prusiner has added prions to the list of well-known infectious agents like bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Prions exist normally as cellular proteins. However, they have this innate capacity to convert their structures into highly stable conformations that will ultimately result in the formation of harmful particles, the causative agents of several deadly brain diseases of the dementia type. You might have heard about Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Alzheimer's disease. Prions are responsible for all these deadly diseases in human beings and animals. In 2005, two microbiologists, namely Barry J. Marshall and J. Robin Warren, got the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the discovery of the bacterium Helicobacter pylori and its role in gastritis and peptic ulcer disease. Based on their collaborative work, Marshall and Warren proposed that Helicobacter pylori, a small curved bacteria, is responsible for etiology of diseases like peptic ulcer. Thanks to the pioneering discovery by Marshall and Warren, peptic ulcer disease is no longer a chronic, frequently disabling condition, but a disease that can be cured by a short regimen of antibiotics and secretion inhibitors. In 2006, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded jointly to Andrew Z. Fire and Craig C. Mello for the discovery of RNA interference, a new mechanism of gene silencing by double-stranded RNA. Fire and Craig, the two American scientists, published the discovery of a mechanism that can degrade mRNA from a specific gene. This mechanism, RNA interference, occurs in plants, in animals, and also in humans. It is of great importance for the regulation of gene expression, participates in defense against viral infections, and keeps jumping genes under control. RNA interference is already being widely used in basic science as a method to study the function of genes, and it may lead to novel therapies in the future. Next, in 2008, the Nobel Prize was divided into two halves. One half was awarded to Harald Zurhausen for his discovery of human papilloma viruses, which cause cervical cancer, and the other half jointly was awarded to Francois Barré-Sinoussi and Luc Montagnier for their discovery of HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus. Harald Hausen's discovery of human papilloma virus has led to the characterization of the natural history of this HPV infection, which in turn leads to cervical cancer, the second most common cancer among women. and the development of prophylactic vaccines against HPV infection. More than 5% of all cancers worldwide are caused by the infection with this virus. Barry Sinosi and Luke Montagnier discovered human immunodeficiency virus, and the virus was identified in lymphocytes from patients with enlarged lymph nodes and also in blood from patients with late-stage disease. They characterized this retrovirus as the first known human lentivirus based on its morphological, biochemical, and immunological properties. The discovery led to the current understanding of the biology of the disease and its antiretroviral treatment. In 2011, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was again divided. One half jointly was given to Bruce A. Beutler and Jules A. Hoffman for their discoveries concerning the activation of innate immunity, and the other half was given to Ralph M. Steinman for his discovery of the dendritic cell and its role in adaptive immunity. The two discoveries have revolutionized our understanding of the immune system by discovering key principles for its activation. Beutler and Hoffman discovered receptor proteins on our cells that can recognize the disease-causing microorganisms when they enter inside our body and activate innate immunity, the first step in the body's immune response. Steinman discovered the dendritic cells of the immune system and their unique capacity to activate and regulate the adaptive immunity, the later stage of the immune response during which microorganisms are cleared from the body. The discoveries of the three Nobel Laureates have revealed how the innate and adaptive phases of the immune responses are activated and thereby provided new insights into disease mechanisms. Their work has opened up new areas for the development of prevention and therapy against infections, cancer, and also inflammatory diseases. The Nobel Prize in 2015 was awarded to three people. One half jointly was given to William C. Campbell and Satoshi Omura for their discoveries concerning a novel therapy against infections caused by roundworm parasites. And the second half was given to Tu Youyou, whom you see in the middle, for her discoveries concerning a novel therapy against malaria. Parasitic worms or helminths are estimated to infect 1/3 of the world's population and are particularly prevalent in sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, Central and South America. River blindness and lymphatic filariasis are two diseases caused by these parasitic worms. Malaria has been with humankind for as long as we know. It is a mosquito-borne disease caused by single-cell parasites called Plasmodium, which invade the red blood cells, causing fever and in severe cases brain damage and death. More than 3.4 billion of the world's population are at risk of contracting malaria, and each year it claims more than 450,000 lives, predominantly among children. William C. Campbell, an expert in parasite biology, working in the USA, acquired Omura's Streptomyces culture and explored their efficacy. Campbell showed that a component from one of the cultures was remarkably efficient against parasites in domestic and farm animals. The bioactive agent was purified and named ivermectin, which was subsequently chemically modified to a more effective compound called ivermectin. Collectively, Omura and Campbell's contribution led to the discovery of a new class of drugs with extraordinary efficiency against these parasitic diseases. Malaria was traditionally treated by chloroquine or quinine, but with declining success as the malarial parasite gives rise to resistance. At that time, Tu Youyou in China turned to traditional herbal medicine to tackle the challenge of developing novel malaria therapies. She used an extract from the plant Artemisia annua and showed that this component, which is later called artemisinin, was highly effective against the malarial parasite, both in infected animals and in humans. Artemisinin represents a new class of antimalarial drugs that rapidly kill the malarial parasite at an early stage of their development, and this explains its unprecedented potency in the treatment of severe malaria. Lastly, in 2020, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded jointly to Harvey J. Alter, Michael Houghton, and Charles M. Rice for the discovery of a new virus, that is hepatitis C virus. In the 1960s, Baruch Blumberg determined that one form of blood-borne hepatitis was caused by a virus that became known as hepatitis B virus, and the discovery led to the development of diagnostic tests and an effective vaccine. Blumberg was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1976 for this discovery. Alter, Houghton, and Charles M. Rice made seminal discoveries that led to the identification of a novel virus, hepatitis C virus. The discovery of these viruses revealed the cause of several unexplained cases of chronic hepatitis and made possible blood tests and new medicines that have saved millions of lives. They have made a decisive contribution to the fight against blood-borne hepatitis, a major global health problem that causes cirrhosis and liver cancer in people around the world. The discovery is a landmark achievement in the ongoing battle against viral diseases. Thanks to the discovery, highly sensitive blood tests for the virus are now available, and these have essentially eliminated post-transfusion hepatitis in many parts of the world, greatly improving global health. The discovery also allowed the rapid development of antiviral drugs against hepatitis C. For the first time in history, the disease can now be cured, raising hopes of eradicating hepatitis C virus from the world population. Students, if you are interested to know more about all these contributions, you may go to this website and read through all the Nobel laureates and their contributions from 1901 till date. In fact, you can even write an assignment on about all the Nobel laureates who have made significant contribution to the field of microbiology. Thank you.